Serial killer Rosemary Ndlovu and her co-accused Nomsa Mudau will be returning to the Kempton Park Magistrate's Court this morning. The two accused are facing charges of attempted murder. Ndlovu allegedly assisted her co-accused in plotting to kill Mudau's ex-lover back in 2018. Ziniko Mhlaba is now joining us live from Kempton Park. Ziniko, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. Actually, I understand that you're actually in Tembisa. Thank you so much for making time for us. So you are actually about to speak to somebody who survived. Tell us more about this story.
Good morning, Aldrin. Yes, we are on our way to the Kempton Park Regional Court where we'll see the accused Rosemary appearing at that court. But we've decided to come through to the homestead of the man who was meant to be assassinated. You'll remember that, as you just said in your intro, that two accused, including Rosemary, but also Nomsa Mudau, are currently facing charges of attempted murder, but also, trying to plan, a murder by hiring two gunmen or hitmen who were tasked to come and assassinate Mr. Justice Mudau. So we are here to talk to Mr. Mudau now, just to get a sense of how he's feeling. We're actually in his house, as you can see that he's actually preparing to go to court as we are here this morning. So we're going to go inside the house just to have a conversation with him in terms of trying to understand how he's feeling during this period, as I said earlier on, that he's preparing to go to court this morning. So just here to get a sense of how he's feeling, how he's doing, and of course, what is it that he's expecting from all these court proceedings which will be taking place going forward. But I'm joined by him now as he's preparing himself. Mr. Mudau, thank you very much for opening up and welcoming us into your home this morning. We know that it's a very difficult time. I can't even imagine what you're going through. I think maybe let's start there. How are you feeling waking up this morning, going to court, just recalling all the events that took place before leading to today? What's your state of mind?
Okay, first and foremost, thank you and welcome to our home. It's a mixed feeling, considering that it's good to see that the court process is unfolding, the matter is on the roll and it's continuing smoothly. On the other hand, it's an issue of safety, that whatever that have been planned, one still have to look after himself. Security is still of a major concern, considering that the suspect is still out on bail, though attending the court. I don't want to sound like I want to prosecute personally, but it's worrying, it's concerning. But we just wish that this matter can be finished, and then so that we can continue with our lives.
But you're talking about security concerns. Have you taken any measures, or have you put in place any measures to protect yourself? As you're saying that the accused are out there, and you're at the vulnerable stage right now. What have you done to ensure that you protect yourself? Have you taken any extra precautions?
Of course, we've upgraded a lot in terms of security measures, and not forgetting the neighborhood watch. In our surrounding, people who would always come with information to say there are suspicious people and stuff like that. I think those are the first, which I must appreciate the neighborhood. And but you should know, like I said, it comes at a cost. One is to install cameras so that we have something to fall back on in terms if something happened. We have to source in dogs which are well trained, and then of course the other route would also include procuring firearms and stuff like that, which was never normal, but I guess that's what this situation led us to. And our lives as well, we need to tread carefully when we move around, to ensure that we're always safe. But above all, we also appreciate the protection that we have been receiving from God as well.
Yeah. Just a reminder to our viewers that we're having a conversation with Mr. Justice Mudau. This was the man who was supposed to be killed by those hitmen, which were mandated by his ex-wife, who is now facing charges of attempted murder and plotting to kill someone. So this is the man now who was supposed to be gone by this time, but those assassins decided to reach out to him and informed him that this place that is taking place. Talk to us about your family structure right now without getting into more details. This is the person you loved for so many years, a person you married, a person you have children with.
Yeah.
Can you trust her with the children? Because I think at some point she needs to interact with the children. You need to interact with her through or about the issues that are relating to children. How are you feeling? How are you relating on those issues as a family?
To start with, indeed, we are blessed with 2 children, which are still minor. The other one is 7. Right now, the other one is 17. The other one is 12. I don't think it's about me trusting her. I know she's entitled legally to have access to her children. It's up for the children. So the unfortunate event is that the relationship between her and the children, from the records that I've got from the female advocates and the social workers, that is broken. So she doesn't have access to the children because they don't trust her. They don't want to see her. And I so wish, as a grown-up person, that there could have been a means and a way that at the end of the day they could be seeing her. You know, every child deserves to enjoy the love from both parents. But as it stands now, every time when I try personal on my level to open the talks, it's like I'm opening scar wounds from them. So this is a subject which I don't wish to continue further with them up until they come of that age where they can make their own decision whether they want to accept her back or not. But the status quo now is that they don't wish and they don't want to see her.
I mean, your personal life, your professional work, as much as you are concerned about security, you still need to go out there and hustle and work for your kids, for your family. You know, have things changed in that regard in terms of how you operate your daily lives and how you go on about hustling?
Most definitely, and I'm grateful to my employer because there are certain shifts that I haven't worked with, set up with my employer, and then they put me in a shift that, for example, I'll go during the day and come home earlier than going up in the wee morning hours because it's considered to be less risky. So in that respect, it has changed because usually you'll find me starting a shift in the morning and coming back at 10 o'clock sometimes. So those there have been arrangements that I've made to accommodate me, which I'm saying I'm grateful to my employer, I'm grateful to my manager who understood and put me in a shift that will accommodate me. So yes, the adjustment has been made, but it's a wait and see game. We shall see how long will this continue.
Yeah. Talking about the relationship between the mother of the accused, who is the mother of your children right now, but also describing how they are relating to her, wanting not, having that broken relationship. How are you preparing yourself, for when they come of age to have a conversation with them, but also the support that the children, are in need of? Because it seems as if they are still traumatic if they have a broken relationship with their mother. Have they been getting any form of support, psychologically or in any other way, in terms of trying to, to make them grow out of this, but also to have a very solid relationship at some point? Are they getting any counseling of any form?
Okay. To start with, I've done almost everything in terms of ensuring that they get professional help, which records which are still here, or which can be accessible from psychologists, clinical psychologists, which comes at a cost because I view their well-being very much on a serious note. So going forward, what will happen, it's a matter of what they're going to decide because they know what happened. It's not a secret. I mean, it's out there even in the media space. Today's world involves around social media. So they know themselves what happened. They know the truth. They've been interviewed with the social development department, a lot of different departments. So it's not a secret. They know.
Yeah, but in terms of being, as you just said, that the case is all over the place, have they told you if maybe they've had some interaction with other kids at school, maybe in terms of comments that might not be, of good nature or unacceptable to them about their mother? Have they shared any information of such to you as a father?
Previously it happened, and it was concerning. And I'd like to appreciate parents whom, when they view this, they teach their own children that never teach other children about such things because it has stopped. It happened before, I think, with the 17-year-old, and he came, and then we have to decide that is there rather go to school and stay indoors and not play. But that has stopped. I see slowly but surely they are having interaction with other kids and stuff like that. But I would say 80% of their time, they're always on time, in-house, if not at school.
Yeah. My last question, sir, which might come across as unfair. How are you doing? Have you healed? Do you see yourself maybe at any point for forgiving the mother of your children, and maybe once justice is served, you can have a better relationship? Have you healed? Can you forgive her at some point?
Personally, the answer is about forgiving. Healing, it's yes, I have healed. I've healed personally. And issue of forgiving is there's two parts in my own description of forgiveness. It enables you to move forward, which the answer I give you that I have healed. But forgiving to accommodate it closer to me, I think that's damage permanently, to say there will be always a barrier. We cannot even have a meeting, a private meeting as parents, as it was supposed to be between the two of us. I think that's taken away. It's not going to come back.
I mean, how are you relating to her family? Do you have any relationship with her family, your former in-laws?
Not necessarily so. I do receive calls from the senior sister, which just check on kids through me to say, how are they doing? And then I always read, no, the kids are fine, are doing okay academically, they look okay, and that's all.
Mr. Mudau, thank you very much, sir, for this time that you've given us as Newzroom Afrika. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Aldrin, one of the issues Mr. Mudau raised was the measures, security measures that he has put in place. And of course, we are looking here at the footage from the surveillance cameras that have been installed in this house. And if I can count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras. That 8, yeah. So the 8 cameras that are just monitoring any movement outside the house. But also remember at some point that there was a serious breakdown in terms of relations and trust within the family when they were still staying together. And some of the measures he had put in place was to install security burglar doors in this particular bedroom. As you can see, some marks that are still there that are showing that there was a burglar door that was installed inside the house. But as we walk out, Mr. Mudau mentioned something that even his employer has tried to accommodate him in terms of working hours, in terms of shifts that he's involved in, but also said that he has gone to an extent of getting a dog, something that he never imagined, but also, a firearm which is legal, which he carries on daily basis. But also going back to that issues of cameras, there is some cameras we see outside the house there in that corner. One of the cameras that are feeding the monitor we saw earlier on, but also just around the house. But we can't show you all the cameras that are installed in the house. And the dog, that's the dog that's barking there, which he had to get just to ensure that his security is up to the standard that it would give him some comfort in terms of his safety. So that's where we are right now. We'll be heading to court. We will see the 2 accused appearing before the regional court.
Yeah, and those 2 accused, of course, Nomsa Mudau as well as Rosemary Ndlovu. Thank you so much for that update there, Ziniko Mhlaba.